Hey, it's Truck and Tanker Yanker, and I wanted to give you a little tour of my truck. Stay tuned. Breaker, this is the Truck and Tanker Yanker. I'm 10-8 with my 10 in the wind. My heaters are glowing, my manners are showing. Wind her up and let her go, come on. I'm your travel agent with a story to tell. Let's go for a ride. Alright, I'm back. Now I just wanted to give you a little tour of my truck, and I thought the best place to start would be from the outside. So here we go. Alright, so I thought the place to start would be right here at my side box. Now this is before I put all my stuff in here, and then I'll take a little video after I put my stuff in here. I don't know if you can see the white going by, but that's just snow, and that's what we get in the middle of April in Montana. Anyway, so little box there. I usually keep extra books and things like that. You can see there's kind of a duffel bag in there, and cleaning wipes and that type of thing. My hard hat goes in here, and these are my what do you call those? They're COVID safety glove thing, but I use it for cleaning the truck. Anyway, there's the interior of my side box. Alright, so I gotta go to my pickup and get my stuff out. Now don't judge me on my pickup here, because I just bought this pickup and I haven't even cleaned it up yet. So anyway, and here's my overnight bag. This is my possibles bag, and that's got my clothes in it down there. My cooler, got my food in it for the week. A box with extra stuff in it. I'll get into my jars of soup here in a little bit. I'll tell you about my jars of soup that I eat. Extra water. When you live in Montana, you know, make sure you got extra stuff. So I'm gonna go put it in the truck now. Forgot to show you the side box on the other side. Now this in here is my tools and tricks of the trade and extra stuff. So that's my tool bag. Triangles over here for in case you have a breakdown. All this stuff in here is tools like hammers. I got a pipe wrench. I got a spanner wrench. I got vice grips. And a bunch of propane fittings for when I'm hauling propane. Now that big box over here, that has something to do with the heater in my sleeper, and also controls the pony motor I got behind the cab, which operates my. You can see that pony motor there. It's behind that grill. It's a 600-pound motor that actually runs my hydraulics. So this is my side box on the other side, and I don't put anything else in here. That's all that stays in here is this stuff here. So I'll just put my other stuff, and you can almost see all the way through to the other side. You see my hard hat way over there, and I got the door open on the other side so I can put my bag in there. Alright, so here's my bag in the side box, and basically just got my clothes in there, the Bible, and then in the evening time when I'm getting ready to go to bed at night, I just go get whatever clothes I need for the next day and go put them in the truck with me. I have to think ahead and take it with me. So, okay, so that was the side box. Now I'm going to go ahead and get inside my truck. This is the beginning of my week here. And this is the way I leave it when I go home on the weekend. My briefcase, I just leave the lid shut because it doesn't actually shut very good. And if I tried to, it'd probably pop the hinges. I got all my stuff pretty much situated. You can see I got my sunglasses are right up there. Actually, I'm wearing them, but those are my regular glasses for when it gets dark. I always stick them there. But if you notice, I keep my dash really clean. It really bothers me to have stuff there. That's where all my videos are shot, from that cell phone holder right there. And my cell phone, the only time it ever sits in that holder is when I'm shooting video. Otherwise, it sits down there with that other cell phone. You can see these are my cell phone charger wires here, and it came undone. Anyway, but that's my other cell phone there. All I do is play games on that one. That briefcase open. I got a book available for when I got downtime. That's my book for keeping track of what I do every day, my load, how I get paid. Got my Igloo plug-in cooler. It's plugged into the dash right here, and my cell phone charger is plugged in here. X&M radio is plugged in here. But I keep all my food in here, and you can see we got a lot of stuff in there. So Grandma give me a candy bar. Looks like I got some deviled eggs, and then I got a lot of soup. Well, I'll show you how I operate my soup. So, because you probably heard in one of the other movies, I'm on a diet, and the diet is one for my arthritis, to keep my arthritis down, and it's actually gone down an awful lot since I went back to my strict diet. So what I do is use my portable oven here, and open this baby up. It's hard to do this all one-handed. And see, it's an oven, and I put my jar of soup in there. Now, this is my second oven that I've had, by the way. So I just lay it in there like this. This side gets warmer than the other side, so I always try to keep it towards this side. Buckle it up. And actually, since I'm in the yard, I'm going to go heat that. This is my breakfast for today. I'm going to go heat that soup up in the microwave in the shop. It'll be quicker. But then I trade it off with my cell phone, because usually my cell phone stay charged. Plug it in there. Make sure little red light's on down there at the bottom. And right now, for that jar of cold soup, which came out of a refrigerator that's cold, it takes an hour and 15 minutes to get to the point where it's hot enough where I can't drink it. And you have to just sip it. And I like my food hot, and so I just soon it cooled down to the point where you could get after it. On the left of my CB is where I keep the paper towels. Well, my paper towels are right there. And I rip a sheet in half, and I can blow it in my nose with half of it, put the other half up there. Over there is my, on this side right there is where my spoon is. I got more spoons, but I don't waste spoons, so I just lick it off and wrap it back in a paper towel and stick it over there, and that's my CB. And I got an external speaker because I'm hard of hearing and I can't hear out of the bottom of the little eBay speakers that come with the CBs. Got my flashlight is right here. This is what I use at night when I'm unloading and stuff like that. Reading glasses for when I want to see something close. And then I have such a small area here. It's really hard to be organized. I really like to be organized. I like things squared away. But as you can see, this has got kind of a knot of wires. I sort of leave it like this, even though it drives me up a wall, because I need the length to be able to lay my phone over here while it's plugged in, so I can get better cell coverage. Because if I leave it plugged in down there in the cup holder, for some reason this whole situation here creates enough electromagnetic interference that I don't get a very good cell signal. So if I gotta plug in my phone and I'm gonna talk on it, sometimes I talk to my son. He's a truck driver too, and so we'll keep each other company in the middle of the day on Thursdays and Fridays. I'll lay it over here so that way I can keep my cell signal, because we got kind of spotty cell signals around here. So anyway, this is sort of, like I say, part of the nature of the beast. As far as where my stuff goes, I'm gonna unplug this because I'm gonna take that inside. As far as like the oven, pretty much it just stays here in front of there, and that just stays over in the well of like that. It's within reach if I need to get it, but usually I don't need it when I'm during the day. It's only in the morning. Usually when I wake up in the bed, it takes 20 minutes to heat my water for coffee, so I go plug that in and turn it on, set my timer on my phone for 20 minutes, and then when it beeps, then I go ahead and make my coffee. You can see I got my French press here. You might have seen my I haven't made my coffee yet today, and it's a nice clean cup because this is a Monday and I'm starting out, just came from home, and so I already got my coffee in there, and I'm gonna go into the warehouse. They've got bottled water in there that's heated, and I'll go make my coffee there. And because that thing's in the way, I'll put my coffee cup here until I'm done drinking my coffee, and then it just sits over here for the rest of the day. But anyway, but in a normal day, the rest of the week, I heat my coffee in that. I got jugs of water over there next to the door. I think you saw me put them in, I don't remember. Anyway, and then I'll heat up the water and pour it in my coffee cup and make my own coffee. But plug this in back. Alright, well, there was a little bit of interest as to what my living situation looked like in here. See, I got a pretty ceiling. Oh yeah, I didn't even turn on. Let me turn all my lights on. There we go. Got lights. Does that help at all? Shows my possibles bag made it back there. And it's just directly behind the driver's seat. Matter of fact, I like my seat slid all the way back. I'm kind of low in the saddle kind of driver. And my seat sits on the floor and it stretches as far back as it'll go. I'm not particularly tall. I'm about 5'9.5". It used to be almost 5'11", but I shrunk a little over the years. And but even still, I just sort of I sit in my seat, kind of sprawled out a little bit. I got steering wheel stretched out as far as it'll go, and it's as low as it'll go. And that's pretty much what it looked like. It looks like Kilroy was here when I'm looking over the steering wheel, all right? And when I look out the side window, they make these side windows with a lot more view than they did on the old trucks. But that's just the long and the short of it. You can see what kind of weather we've been having outside. Just snow and mud and garbage. So, and then there's my pickup. What's top of the pickup outside there. I gotta go put it away. I'm kind of nutso about having a clean floor, having a clean dash, everything in its place. My hat goes right there in between. I'm wearing it right now, but went outside and my hair needs cutting and the wind was blowing and it blowed my hair all over the place, so I had to put a truck driver hairdo on. My sunglasses go there, and then usually I wear the sunglasses during the day except for if I'm making a video. And then when the sun starts to go down, I put my sunglasses off and put the regular glasses on. See my dashboard. It's all my gauges and switches and stuff like that. Oh, and also my CB radio. That's my CB radio. I don't talk on it too much, and I just turned it on so that way you can see the lights on it. Normally, I only turn the CB radio on pretty much if there's bad weather, fog, stuff like that, where I just need a little ahead warning about what's could possibly be as a situation down the road in front of me. All right, so this is my bunk back here. I'm just gonna try to do it over my shoulder rather than getting up and turning around. There's not a lot of room in here to work. That's my head of my bed right there. You see my coats. I got two coats. I wear a vest that you've seen in some of my videos to cover up my work shirt, and then underneath that vest there is a coat that goes over the top, which is a fire rated coat, and I wear the two of them together down to about 0 degrees. But you can see that was the head of my bed down there. That's the foot of my bed, and you see that green blanket down underneath the overnight bag there. I've had that green blanket since I think 1992. I bought it when I bought my first truck, and I put it in my first truck that I owned, not the first truck I drove, because I started driving in '85. But in '92 I bought my first truck, and that's the blanket I put in my first truck, and I've been carrying it all these years with me. Keeps my feet warm because I got old man syndrome with cold feet. And you see my overnight bag right there, and right behind the seat right there is a roll of paper towels for cleaning up spills on the floor and washing windows and blowing nose and that type of thing. My overnight bag sits there. So basically when I go to bed, and then I got a curtain there that actually covers all the windows. I can put it around the whole inside of the truck there, and I can put it up because this one doesn't come with a curtain already. So it goes all the way around there. I hang the curtain around all the windows, and then I can get undressed, and then I stick my clothes on top of the overnight bag, and then climb into bed. Oh, see my book? There's my book there. I read that when I go to bed because I like to read when I go to bed. So that's pretty much my living area here. You probably saw it when I was sweeping the video over here, but that's my cold weather coat. It's a parka, and it's an FR rated, pretty expensive. Company got that for me, and the only time I wear that is when it's below 0 because it is way too warm to wear above 0. But anyway, that's the corner where my dirty clothes go, and there's just an extra pillow over there that if my truck breaks down and I got to drive a different truck, I use that pillow behind my back because I got issues. So anyway, I just want to show you that coat.
So that probably took longer than I expected it was going to take, but that's pretty much what it takes. My overnight bags in my side box over there. So usually I got, you know, the same thing that I do every night, every morning, that type of thing. I'm kind of a cow to a stanchion. That way I stay organized. Overnight bag there, whatever clothes I'm going to change into the next day, I go get it out, throw it on the bed. That goes on top of so instead of taking my clothes off and put them on top of the overnight bag, I put my clean clothes on top of the overnight bag. And then my dirty clothes go in the corner over there. I got a sack for my dirty clothes, and they go into the sack in the corner over that direction. So there you go. That's what it takes for me to live out here by myself. And I have a lot better schedule than a lot of drivers over the road do. I go to work on Monday morning, and I go home on Friday night. There are occasions that I work on Saturday. I try to avoid that as much as possible, but there are sometimes it's just unavoidable, but it only happens a couple of times a year. I've got a pretty decent schedule, and I'm a senior guy, so it's usually the lower on the totem pole you are, the more you get leaned on for working non-scheduled type of stuff. And I've been with this company for 17 years, and believe you me, I've done my share of non-scheduled stuff. I've done my share of grunt work, and my record for one day, I drove 5 trucks in one day. That's my record. So, you know, I always remind the new guys, it's like, yeah, you stick around long enough, and then you get a little cushier deal. You just gotta pay the piper to begin with. But anyway, that's what I do here in my truck. I keep it clean, organized, once a week. As you can see, it's not, you know, cluttery. Well, it's a small spot, and I got enough stuff where it feels cluttered to me, but I try to keep it organized. And then on Friday night, before I go home, I have a right behind the seat here. I'll show you my air gun, and I blow the air, the floor out. I take my floor mats out, and we got a power washer in the shop, and I power wash my floor mats so they're plumb clean. I use the air on the floor, and then I use antibacterial wipes because the company provides them as a anti-germ measure. They've been doing that since before COVID, and because a lot of the lower guys in total pole slip seat trucks and things like that. And so if you're getting in, some guys are just filthy guys, and steering wheels are just something you hang on to all day long. And I got a leather wrap steering wheel, and it looks like my truck's got 600,000 miles on it because it's starting to wear and that type of thing. And some guys never washed their hands, and they touch the steering wheel, and so we got anyways, long story short, I use antibacterial wipes on my floors. I wipe them all down. As you get a whole bunch of them out, wad them up. I wear, because that stuff's bad for you, I wear rubber gloves on my hands, and I actually, you could say, scrub my floor every week, and so that it's just I like a flat black. I don't like it shiny black. A lot of guys, at least especially back in the day, used to use Armor All on them to make them shiny black. But it's slippery too, and I don't need a slippery floor. I've got enough problems with falling down by myself without creating a situation where I fall down in my truck and end up with a gear shift shoved into my armpit or something like that. But anyway, so I do the entire floor, put my floor mats back in. I got air freshener. Oh, it's right here around the corner. I'll show you. Just like you'd see in a professional bathroom where they hang them up on a wall. I can't handle these things when I'm in the truck. They choke me out because of all the chemicals in them. But what I do is I set them baby for I set it for once every 30 minutes. And when I get out of the truck on the weekend, I set it over there, and it blows into the passenger side. So when I get in the truck on Monday, it doesn't smell like a truck driver's been living in there. Old filthy smelling truck driver. It smells like apples and cinnamon and holidays. Apple cinnamon medley. That's kind of my favorite one. And so that's what I do to keep it smelling good in here. Shop guys, they hate it. They're always taking my air freshener out if they have to take my truck in the shop. They take my air freshener out and go hide it outside somewhere because they don't like all that pretty smell. But that's what I do to keep it smell good in here, and keep it clean and wiped up, and do the dash wipe off everything. I always wipe off my turn signals and door handles, and you know, wipe everything down. It's just a matter of being clean. That's what I do, is just to stay organized and try to keep a little bit of sanity and feel like you got a life. I put sheets, and I got sheets on my bed, and I got blankets on my bed, because I don't want to feel like I'm some sort of temporary homeless guy. It's like, this is my home away from home. I want to be comfortable, and I put sheets on my bed, and I make my bed every day and make it neat and decent. So anyway, that's just a little bit about me. I guess you found out probably more than you want to know. Just make sure you take it easy, all right? You know, keep the shiny side up, the dirty side down. Look on past your hood ornament, and don't be a bumper sticker. It's not professional. That's right. Take it easy, all right? Because I'm the truck and tanker Yanker, and I'm gone.